All right, there, guys. What's going on? Got a little recap of one of my games from last night. It was actually the first game of my evening, and arguably the best game of my evening because it all kind of went downhill from there. Never fails. Sometimes when you've got a really good game that starts your night, they'll just go to hell from there. So, game right away. Not too pumped. Really kind of scuffed here, especially if you're a Hindenburg driver. If you're a Hindenburg driver, you love seeing battleships because you just know, hey, you know what? We're going to set those guys on fire there. Unfortunately, here, we get super ships, cruisers, and DDs, and CVs. I don't know if this is 100% the case, but judging by the being so scuffed here, more than likely, unfortunately, one of these guys was probably waiting in queue to drop their game for a really long time. Um, if you're a super ship player and you've been waiting in queue for like longer than 3 minutes, maybe think of backing out because you tend to just do goofy things with whether that's small games or whatever the case might be. So right away, I'm just asking myself, well, we got to do what we can do. We know, hey, decent-ish cruiser player. Hopefully, I can take it to their cruisers then, and help out my team. So right away, taking the flank, I got a Jaeger, and we've got a 4 Sherman here. So don't expect too much spotting from the Sherman, but you would think with the Jaeger's detect, probably going to be doing okay for the spotting there. Jaeger has very, very good detect, and we're hoping to get some spots out of there, and maybe he'll work with the 4 Sherman, then kill the DDs. Essex is already over here, so I'm spotted. Transversely, we have nothing spotted there, minus the Jacksonville and the Smallland. So obviously, radar is going to be pretty strong in the middle there. Hindenburg's in, I guess that's an okay spot for Hindenburg. A little bit harder with Hindenburg to shoot over that particular island, but it's got the idea there. I see the Hayate. I'm shooting the Hayate. Ibuki gets spotted. So Ibuki's pretty close, and I notice that he's pushing down. So I'm going to shoot him. He's the bigger threat to my DDs until that Hayate gets spotted again. If he does it, again. So get a fire on the Ibuki. Ibuki puts out that fire. We aim again, shoot at the Ibuki. Ibuki's taking damage here. He's down a quarter of his HP. We get another fire on the Ibuki. And 2k off him. Not a whole lot, but that fire is going to keep ticking for a little bit. He's losing some HP. See that the Hayate spotted? I immediately shift back to the Hayate. The Ibuki takes a huge smash there. So Ibuki's no longer there. Hayate is the biggest threat here for my DDs. At the moment, well, the Nushishimi is, but over that rock, I'm not going to have the best shots. And Hayate is already half HP, so I continue shooting the Hayate there. That's actually a bad salvo there. I only hit one hit, but I don't know. Could have led that up a little bit better, I suppose. Looking back here, and now I'm going, what in the hell is this? My Sherman and my Jaeger are kind of not really working together too well. The Jaeger's in there, but the Sherman's smoked up well behind an island where he's not going to get any real shots off that are going to be impactful to help out the Jaeger transversely. And at least the Jaeger's getting the cap. So yeah, I'm kind of going, well, I'm not going to get like spots here. So maybe I'll just start rotating over and maybe I can make something happen. Our other flank, those 2 DDs are getting pushed pretty hard. Hindenburg spotted again. I open up on Hindenburg. You got Peds coming in here on the Sherman. He's probably going to move out. Our Moskva's pushing up. Really aggressive play by the Moskva, but I understand what he's trying to do. He's probably trying to help out the DDs there, maybe get his radar in play. The Musashi finally gets spotted. I get a fire on the Hindenburg there as well. That's a tough for me to get over with the shell lobs on the Hindenburg. So yeah, we're not going to be able to shoot the Hindenburg. We stay dark for the meantime and continue to rotate on and up. Might be able to make those. Yeah, take some shots there. Why not? More Peds coming in here. Again, Moskva is now in no man's land here. Jacksonville's a threat to him. This Musashi is even a threat to him. And the Moskva is really close to beaching. I'm not sure why he's not continuing to move through there. He's straight up broadside to this Musashi and even the Hindenburg. Hindenburg's AP will eat a Moskva all day. I think he's got a little bit too much of that Da Comrade, Strunk, Stelinium, no take damage. No, it's taking damage, dude. So, great boat, just you can't go that broadside to everything in any boat. Of course, CB's back over here, continuing to pepper us. DD gets spotted up there. That's the Nushishimi way off in really no position to do anything either. Our Chikuma is opening up, shooting AP at a Musashi on 1k HP. That's not going to end well for that Chikuma, so I'm expecting that Chikuma to go down at any moment here. There it is. Chikuma dead. Alright, get a chance to get some damage in the Musashi now. He's just able to kind of farm there because nobody's really pushing up or pushing into him. Our Jaeger's kind of just spinning around in circles there. I don't know what's going on with that. We've got this Paul Ruprecht. That is, I'm not sure if he's trying to do something, but maybe a tad too aggressively. Considering we kind of don't know where the DDs are. There's the Smolen. So keep that in mind too, by the way. You can see that the Smolen's rotating over. If you're unfamiliar, the Smolen has radar. Our Jaeger has really good detect, but he's going to have to be worried about the Smolen radar in him. So, I mean, one of those things. How are we doing? How do we feel about it? I don't know. The Jaeger pushes down now. Ruprecht's still alive, but I'm not sure for how much longer here. We're down 4 ships to their 2. We were up on points. That's going to change here. Wish someone would have just shot the Hayate right there. He's on 320 HP. I take a blind shot on him. Ruprecht gets the Hayate. Good job by Mr. Ruprecht. How's he doing over there? Still got a core HP out. He's doing okay. He's trying to contest the Hindenburg. I don't know if that's the best play here with the Smolen, Nushishimi, the Musashi, and the Hindenburg. Again, I think Hindenburg just gets slept on. Unfortunately, looks like the Jaeger has been spotted by the Smolen. As we mentioned, it's got radar. If you're in a tier 9 DD, you should probably know that. Yeah, I think the Hindenburg gets slept on still. I'm not sure why. I'm switching over here to this Jinan. I switched to AP. I see he's smoking up, so he's going to slow. So we put those shells there. Again, Jaeger getting peppered, but now he's in a position that really helped. Triple Citadel on the Jinan there. Now I'm just looking to see what I can do. Again, the Ruprecht's getting farmed now. As mentioned, you know, we had the Jinan there, so the Jinan's in with the Hindenburg and the Musashi and the Jacksonville's there as well. All just looking at the Ruprecht going, you are free damage, sir. So no more Ruprecht. He lasted about 30 seconds there. Again, just kind of read the map, figure out what's going on, look where the ships are. Not the best idea to just sail into, that was a what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships. 6 ships versus 2 with your DDs not really being able to spot because of the Smolen there. Our Jaeger gets some really, really nice speeds there on the Smolen. Alright, I shoot the Musashi, however, the Somme comes up, and I think, oh crap, I wish I could have shot the Somme. I would have much rather had that volley back to shoot at the Somme as opposed to the Musashi. For the measly 5k damage, hitting the Somme's more important there. Our Jaeger goes out with the combination of the Somme and the Essex. Jacksonville radars the Somme. Huge play. Huge. So we're going to get that chance to get that Somme again. Shoot the Somme. Looks like good rounds there. And RNG says, no, you need to shoot again. So, yeah. Leave the Somme at 230. Hopefully I can finish him here. Do believe so. Essex is now griefing a little bit. This kind of interesting play here. So the Masashi, I know what's going on there. I'm accelerating just far enough where it's keeping that rear turret behind that island. So the Masashi's not getting like a clear, hey, you can shoot thing. It's showing the mountain there. If you guys are new to the game, if you hit C, it'll rotate your turrets up. You can see if you can shoot or can't shoot. So I get a couple free volleys in here. He's eventually going to catch up to a point where he's going to be able to take shots. So I then turn in. There are the shots. We're going to turn in and kind of squeak on around. Don't need all the damage, but we take some. Continuing to shoot the Masashi. Can't just let him push down for free. Our team's able to pick up Bravo. That's pretty big. That puts us back up on points, tied with ships. And hopefully the Masashi is going to go down here. I'm kind of reversing because I'm looking around on the map and I'm going, well, wait, there's still a Jinon. There's a Jacksonville. That's very, very dangerous to me. You know, we still have a Hindenburg in play. I don't want to kind of take damage from him while not knowing where these guys are. And right now we only have the 2 DDs. Our Sherman's over there just going pew, 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 pew. I play pew, pew boats and whatnot. But yeah, the Shima's up here. And he's kind of what we need for spotting. However, again, Jacksonville, radar boat, still against the Nushashimi as well. So still formidable for him. Nusha's spotted. I'm not in a position to shoot, however. I'm starting to get really worried about this Jacksonville. I don't want the Jacksonville to get behind our Austin and our Jacksonville and then transversely push down into Alpha and towards our carrier. And there he gets spotted for a moment. I see that he's broadside. I switched to AP, and we're going to shoot at the Jacksonville. Looks okay, right? He's worried about the Austin, I believe. Those look pretty. They're not pretty. They're all right. This is a dirty shot, though. We see that the Jacksonville's turning down slightly, goes dark, and we still let him fly. And we get the double Citadel with 5 pens. Nice. I like. So that was pretty big womp on the Jacksonville. He immediately turns out, and that kind of negates his push. Gives my teammates some breathing room. That was kind of a clutch hit. I honestly think that was kind of the hit that turns the face of the game. It's still an uphill battle here, but that definitely helped. We're up to 174k damage. That's not too dang bad. I see that the Hindenburg's in a position where if the Jacksonville were kind of to come down, which we've negated the Jacksonville a tad now. So let's focus on the Hindenburg. He definitely can still, the Hindenburg would have no problem clapping out the Austin. However, we still have our Jacksonville there. But why let those guys die in vain if we don't need to? So we're going to try to help out, do what I can, and shoot the Hindenburg here. The Jacksonville's kiting. Our carrier's applying pressure on the Jacksonville. Another great time for me to open up on the Hindenburg here and see if I can help keep my teammates alive a little bit longer. Hindenburg's really good just due to its range, and now obviously I have Luchen's procced, so my reload is what it would be if I was running reload Hindenburg. Hence why I kind of like running this setup with the Hindenburg here. Hindenburg takes torps, and now we're helping there. Essex gets spotted. I pop my spotter plane just potentially to help farm down the Essex a little bit. Our team's looking pretty good, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. We're up on points, but it's just the Shima. There's still an Essex. There's also a Jinon in play and a Jacksonville. I guarantee that Jacksonville's healed back some of his HP that he lost. RCV's moving up a little bit here. Right now I just need spots on the Jacksonville. It's just gaining health back so quick. I would have really liked to have seen spots on him earlier. Could have made this game a little bit easier, but I guess, whatever. Let's make it a dramatic finish and whatnot. Jacksonville's doing exactly what I thought he was going to be doing. He's now in a position where he can push down into our carrier and potentially decap Alpha and still make this a game. Again, they still have the Nushashimi in play. The Essex is on me because why not? Fair and balanced. And just absolutely whomps me there. He's going to get more peds on me here in a moment. Should have potentially switched to AP for that salvo, but I was worried kind of how he's going to position himself, if he's going to go bow in or not. Get a little bit more work, good pens, and just get absolutely dunked. I burned my DCP for the flood, so well, of course, because RNG loves me, it takes on my steering instead. Jinnon's there. Jinnon's in the cap, and I believe or almost in the cap, so the cap's turned, so that means the new Shishimi's there. Our Shima is picking up Charlie. That's actually going to be clutch for keeping this game a little bit closer. Midway's going to potentially try to spot the Jinnon. Honestly, it is what it is, but we're able to get some good resets here on the new Shishimi. I thought this was a bad salvo, but it actually ended up being a fairly good salvo. There's 4 pens and a fire and 3 base defense ribbons on the new Shishimi. Get some more shots here at the Jacksonville. Our CV's kind of in between spotting the Jacksonville in there. I'd hate to kind of be in his position. And while I was playing this game, I was like, I just need spots. Because that's really all I needed. I just needed spots. And with Luchin's proc, I can just kind of let these guns sing. There's 200k. I was actually fairly proud with this. It's 200k against mainly cruisers and destroyers, so that means I was doing a good job of trying to be a team player and not just farm damage. Get some more resets there. I'm at a position now where I know the Jacksonville is kind of going to be pushed down. The Jinnon's going to be over there as well. And then if you look at Charlie, what's going on there? Well, what the hell? It's contested. So the CV's in the cap with the Shimakaze, but because more fair and balanced gameplay, the CV smoked himself into Charlie. Actually, pretty smart idea by the CV. However, doing it in front of the Shimakaze, and then he's going at me instead of going at the Shimakaze, that is potentially going to kill him. Creative idea, but I don't know. Whatever. Hindsight's 20/20 and whatnot, right? So they've taken Bravo. They're now back up on points with the CV contesting. CV finally gets spotted. So 767, almost 700. We're not out of the woods here. We are not out of the woods. I'm going to shoot at the Essex. I'm hoping that the Shima has him, but just in case, the old clan wars rule, you shoot until it's dead. So we're shooting there. Those Shima Peds look pretty darn good, and Shima does a good job. He is tot. Looks like the Shima is getting impeded from behind. Apparently, CV got peds off there or something. Alright, Alpha is now being contested. The Jacksonville has pushed down. Again, still down on points. They're flipping Alpha, tied on ships, and arguably they might even have the better ships for a situation like this. We're going to shoot the Jinnon, just say, throw something up there and say, hey, maybe that'll work. Our Shima's getting shot at. Essex is keeping him lit. Not sure what to make of what the Essex player is going to do here. Goes at the Shima, and then he kind of comes around. I'm pinging the map. I'm asking the Midway to just give me spots on the Jacksonville here. I'm trying to make sure that they don't cap that as well and put us further down on points. Get some shots here on the Jacksonville. That should be good for the base reset. I might have overlet on this volley a little bit, but I think we still get a reset. Yeah, 1 pen, and then hoping, fingers crossed that kills Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville dead. Okay, that's a huge relief. That's a very, very big boat off the board. The Essex kind of just decides to come at me now. Bit of a hindrance here. However, we'll see how this all works out and all plays out. And Kerplunk, he chunked me pretty good there. Still not out of it yet. There we go. Dodge the Jinnon Peds. Looks like the new Shishimi has taken up capping. I'm spotted, so that's got to be the Jinnon, right? In hindsight, I should have been switching to AP right now. I did not. However, and I still wait. I think I'm looking at Charlie going, well, am I going to get a chance to shoot that? I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing here? I think I finally make the switch to AP. So we switch back to AP, and we shoot the Jinnon. I'm not sure why the points are turned around like that, by the way. Maybe that's a replay bug or something. Um, but yeah, there we go. Win the game. Not too bad. Very, very solid Hindenburg performance. As I mentioned, that's 210k, 11 planes shot down, 11 cap defended, 3 killed. Confederate, Dreadnought, high caliber, and the base resets all equal 3k base experience. I was actually really, really pleased with this game. As mentioned before, very, very odd MM. So I was having to put in work against like ships or even bigger ships. I think the hit that I got on the Jacksonville was pretty darn clutch. Did a little bit over 43k to him. I think that blind double citadel kind of helped sure up that game. Yeah, just did consistent work against cruisers and other battleships here to try to help our team win the game. Again, huge shout out to the Shimakaze on our team too, maintaining his composure. Jacksonville as well, and the Austin also doing their thing on that opposite flank that I was on, and then pushing into the cap. Really, really good teammates, from like about here on up. So just great, well done. But yeah, I was really, really proud of that game. Not too bad. Pretty solid Hindenburg game, and of course, as mentioned, that's my first game of the evening, and then it kind of went downhill from there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, if you guys ever have any questions as to anything you want to see, I'm live on Twitch every night, somewhere around 7:30 or 8:30 Central. So yeah, stop in, say hi, and look forward to seeing you guys, and have a good rest of your day. Laters.